have William Shakespeare with us. He's the author of the famous book Romeo and Juliet. So, William Shakespeare, can you tell me why you chose to compress the entire poem into a script that only covers 4 days, and how does this help you convey the theme?
Thou shorten thy play so thy audience shall not become bored on their mind. Thy also shorten thy poem because I did not want thy play to go on forever. Thy needs action close enough together so that thy audience shall remain engaged in thy story. Thou was able to convey thy theme within 4 days instead of years, which is how thou conveyed the message in that.
What do you feel is the biggest difference between your character Tybalt and Mr. Brooks's Tybalt, and why did you change him from the earlier interpretation?
Thy biggest difference between Tybalt in my story and in thy poem is that thou is more violent and less caring. Tybalt in thy poem is ruthless and killing people in a war, but in my story, Tybalt has come to a brawl and to kill no one. Thou changed him from thy poem because it will be more dramatic when my Tybalt kills Romeo's best friend Mercutio. This, therefore, shall make thy play more interesting and good.
Why did you cut out a large part of violence in the fight between Romeus and Tybalt?
Thy cut out all thy violence so that thy dramatic scenes in thy play shall be more interesting and exhilarating. Without thy violence, thy story follows my ideas for thy play. Thy audience was not needed to keep thy violence was not needed to keep thy audience's attention. Also, thy queen did not want to lend you more money to pay for the extra characters because she wanted the money for while she was playing.
Could you describe one aspect of the scene that you left in place and why you chose to use?
Thy left Tybalt dead in thy play to symbolize the hatred between thy Montagues and the Capulets. It added more anger against the Montagues after the Capulets found out Tybalt was dead.
Hurry, before she gets there!
Thy also left him dead because it shows how Romeo reacts to thy death of his friend and foe. It shows that even Romeo, the one who did not want to fight, still hates thy enemy enough to kill him even though he knew he should not.
Hurry before she changes her
Why
mind
did
and
you
tries to
choose the
join
poem
us.
Romeus and Juliet as your inspiration?
Hurry, get inside!
Thou chose thy inspiration for the poem Romeo and Juliet because thou did not feel like writing a whole new story, so thou used my resources and changed thy poem to the way I wanted to be played to be. I also had no love life, so this sad story made me feel that I didn't need all the drama that goes along with it.
Did you know anyone that portrayed love like Romeo and Juliet's?
Yes, after I wrote the play, my best friend Edward had a maiden named Elizabeth. Elizabeth's family was not particularly fond of their love, and so Edward and Elizabeth decided to become secretly married. They got the idea from my play. I was sort of nervous that they were going to kill themselves over love, which in the end they did do, and coincidentally they killed themselves in the same way Romeo and Juliet.